Antony just made a video called Do Martial Arts Work? Which is a tough question. It's actually something that I've talked about for a long time in bullshit martial arts. Usually, when people bring up Moses Powell and a few of those guys, one, you would have to define what a martial art is. Antony brings up boss root and training in Aikido, and I don't consider Aikido a martial art. It's somatic meditation invented by a guy who actually studied a martial art, and then it devolved from there into whatever the hell it is now. But it's like the Koga bullshit, the whole New York scene of all those guys descended from Hakoryu. Basically, it's like I said, Moses Powell could train in the fakest taekwondo ever made, and he would kick your ass. It's not because, fake taekwondo is good. Just like it's not because his V-jitsu from Professor of Visitation is real. It's like, on the street, their whole art is basically just 10 times. It's like, alright, this guy stabs at you with a knife, then pick him up, grab his arm, put him on the ground, stomp on him 6 times, punch him 6 more times on the ground. No, it's bullshit. It's not a real style. But he was a huge black guy who would kick your ass without training in anything. There was like another one. This guy, Nate Ingram, Soke Grandmaster of whatever the hell made up school that he made up. But the guy's arms are as big as my thighs. He is a monster, and he will beat the shit out of you, and it has nothing to do with what he trained in. It has nothing to do with his fake school. He would beat the shit out of you, though. It's that simple. But, just like Antony said, you want to train in a real martial art with history. Which is why he endorses Chris. He said, ignore people who make up crazy fake schools and have a school that's not connected to anything that actually has a history of being used in real combat. So, he's telling you, stay away from Chris. We know Takamatsu was a badass who did badass things. Even if you don't want to believe any of the other crap, you know that he trained in Kuki Shinryu. You know that he trained in Takagi Shinryu. You know that he will beat the shit out of people, and you know that he was crazy enough to actually call people out and want to literally kill them. So, you have that history. But, yes, people are born with, for lack of a better term, Sentoryoku, if you want to say it that way. So, obviously, if Goku comes, he's gonna beat Mr. Satan, who's been training in who's been training in martial arts his whole life, and he could be the best in the world, but Goku's still gonna beat him, just because of what he is. But that's kind of not martial arts. That's, like Kakutogi. That's exchanging blows. That's a fight. That's not what martial arts are about. Martial arts are for not dying and for killing people. Like I always say in damn near every video. Some guy's gonna come, he's in super good shape, and he's gonna be, trying to do moves on you. What do I have on the floor? Pick up anything off the floor, really. Oh, okay, yeah, that works. That's probably going to defeat, basically any martial art, any MMA guy. It's not going to last too long, against a Gyokoryu. Kakushi? Kakute. I think Gyokoryu says Kakushi for this, I wasn't actually trying to pick this up. I was looking for a knife, but Either one. You never know what the hell someone's going to pull on the street. But I think martial arts is more about being able to think and use something like that. You know, obviously, there's going to be, you want to think of how to use strategy. You want to think of how to use certain techniques. You want to be strong enough to actually use those techniques. You want to be able to use techniques when you're not strong. You know, you have natural ability. And that's another one of the reasons why MMA guys do well. It's not because MMA is better. It's because they actually train. It's because they're working. They're doing physical exercise. They're building up endurance. They're building up stamina, which is the same thing. They're building up, their ability to keep the fight going, which you shouldn't do. You should not keep a fight going, but they have the ability to do so. They have the ability to get hit. All the things that you don't want to do, they have the ability to do. So if it does happen to them, they're going to last longer than the person who doesn't have the ability to do that. But all in all, if you want to win the fight, you're going to win the fight the way that is the most logical and easiest way. If you want to use weapons, use weapons. If you're going to kill someone, kill someone. That's the way it goes. 2 seconds. Grab something off the ground, grab a rock, grab a bottle, do whatever it takes to win, and that's the whole point. Martial arts is about winning. Define what you want the word win to be. If you want to make winning surviving, then survive. If you want to make winning killing someone, kill someone. Redefine the word and don't get stuck into winning is making someone submit or doing some stupid shit or rolling around on the ground because that's going to get you killed, or doing some kind of bullshit kick in the air trying to kick someone in the head, or doing your 10,000 slaps like Ron Duncan. Martial arts that have been around for 1,000 years have been around for 1,000 years for a reason. We live in a time of peace, though, so lots of bullshit still gets to exist. That's the way that it works. So, see what happens.